So I came outside to feed Jules. Say hi, Jules. Meow. You're being shy. I guess you're trying to eat. But look what I found out when I came out here. 2 things. This is the first one. The birds have been chomping down. It's been like 3 days, 4. All right, and this is the other one. So it looks like our lilies are starting to push through the ground there. They think it's springtime, but it is a beautiful, beautiful semi-warm day today. Maybe spring will come early this year. I would love that. Just seeing the little bit of plants coming through makes me kind of want summer to get here. I think I'm done with winter. But we'll probably get a little more before it's all said and done. Today is early release day for the schools, which means I'm picking up Madison. What time is it now? At 12:30. Well, in my mind, I was thinking, why don't I go kind of early? Maybe 30 or 40 minutes early. And then I could read my book in the car and really enjoy reading it. And that idea actually is quite exciting to me. So I did. I came early and I brought my book. However, there aren't any people in line yet. And I don't want to be the absolute first person in carpool, because then that looks like I'm an overzealous mom. I don't know. So I pulled over and parked in the parking lot. I think I'm going to let 6 or 7 cars go by. And then I'll get in line behind them and it'll look like I'm a normal mom rather than a crazy mom. Well, and I'm going to read too, so hopefully I don't get too distracted with my reading that I forget to get back in the carpool line. Oh my. So it's lunchtime. Made a sandwich, chips. But you know what I'm going to eat first? Just because I can. A brownie. Not just any brownie, but I kind of cut this one out of the middle because I like the middle ones better. Huh. Can't leave that little piece. Alright, wait, let's get it all. There we go. Appetizer. Have you ever realized that quite often life doesn't always go as planned? For instance, when I went to do my painting today, I set up the camera to record it. I glanced at it to make sure it was recording, but something happened because when I was finished with the painting and I took the camera down and I went back to review it, the recording was gone. It was like it didn't even start, even though I saw it recording when I looked at it. So I don't know what happened there. But life can be unpredictable. But sometimes the unplanned things make some of the neatest experiences. All right, let me share something with you. A few years ago, I was in St. Louis, Missouri, and I was going to fly back home. I was there for a class, and I was going to fly home. But the afternoon that I was scheduled to fly back, there was a huge storm cell that was coming through. In fact, there were threats of tornadoes and all sorts of things, and I was just sitting there going, I wonder if we should be flying through all this. But the flight attendant, and she kind of hurried everybody onto the plane, and they counted everybody, all the seats were full pretty quick, and the pilot started talking to us, and he said, okay, everybody's on, we're going to go ahead and take off. We're cleared for an early takeoff because this massive storm is right above us. And I'm thinking, maybe we should wait till the storm passes a little bit. So it's not just right there when we take off. But he started it up right away, and he taxied the plane down, and he took off. And then once he got kind of up in the air a little bit, he got back on the microphone, and he told us that the storm cell, these huge storm clouds, were too large for us to fly over. We didn't have any choice except to drive through them. So he was trying to explain to us that this was going to be a difficult flight, at least for a little while. And boy, was he right. I've flown quite a few times in my life, and I've never been on a flight like this. You know, sometimes you drive and you hit an air pocket and you go, and you just drop a little bit. Well, this time it wasn't just a little bit, and every so often it was massive drops, and it happened over and over. And you could feel the wind press against the side of the plane, and it was downright scary. Every person on that plane was afraid. In fact, you know, they always have barf bags in the little pocket in front of you in a plane. And I've never actually seen or heard anybody use one until this flight. The lady right behind me pulled hers out and utilized that barf bag. And you could hear people crying and screaming with the drops, praying. But I had a window seat, and as I was praying, I opened up the shade and I looked out. And the most amazing thing happened. We were, like I said, we were in the midst of this big, huge, dense, dark cloud. But just as I looked out, there was a hole in the clouds. And I was like, well, you could see light. But I looked down. It's like we were in these clouds in the plane, and there was a hole, and I could look down in the hole, like looking down at the earth. You know what I saw? Something I've never seen before. I saw the top of a rainbow. It's pretty fantastic. And immediately when I saw that, a peace came over me. Because I knew that regardless of the outcome, I was going to be all right. Either we were going to make it through, and I'd see my family again here on earth, or we wouldn't. And I would die, go to heaven, and then later see my family there. But that was an experience that I'll never forget. The fear of the plane ride, the surprise of seeing the top of the rainbow, trying to figure out what that was, and then the peace in the midst of the storm, knowing God had this, and He was going to see me through. So you see, I didn't plan for that storm that day. I wouldn't have wanted to have flown through a massive storm. But I'm so glad I did. It was something that didn't go as planned, but it left an amazing mark on my life. So, as you're going through life, take in the good and the bad, the hard and the easy, every part of it. Life is such an amazing thing with gifts everywhere, even gifts in the difficulties. So embrace life. Don't be afraid of change, and see where life takes you. There's going to be a lot of good things on that ride. I'm glad you came back again today. Thank you. We will see you next time. I'd appreciate it if you'd push like, subscribe, share, if this meant anything to you.